Hey guys, Captain CA back with another great tip from Flats Class YouTube. Today, we're going to talk a little bit, both on the water and in the shop, about two shortcut hacks for you Ned Rig fans. That's right. I've been asking Z-Man for the Salty Ned for about 2 years now, and with the pandemic and whatnot, that has not happened. So I recruited a couple of my friends and fans of Flats Class to tell me what they've been doing. And I was shown two cool little tips, shortcut hacks that really made a difference. And I've been taking them out with my clients and catching fish doing them. So I want to share those with you today, especially because it relates to what's going on right now. What's going on right now? Well, it's cold every day and we've got these big bluebird skies. So these are the times when the Ned Rig really comes through for you. And you've seen us do Ned Rig tips before. They've been on sight fishing and cold water hole fishing. But these two little tricks here actually made a really big difference and gave the fish a little different look. So I'm going to share them with you here in the studio. So let's get in here, turn some lights on, get some stuff down and do it. Episode of Flats Class YouTube is brought to you by Aquatraction, your go-to solution for advanced marine flooring. All right, so what can I possibly at this point teach you guys about the Ned Rig? It's one of my favorite wintertime baits. It's one of your favorite wintertime baits. And the reason why? It's small. You can sight fish with it. You can get fish that don't want to eat anything eat a Ned Rig. It's like using live bait. The stuff is amazing. But I've never been able to get profiles that really mimic, I mean truly mimic, salt water, well, prey. But two little cool hacks, if you will, for the Z-Man Ned Rig that fans have shared with me that I'm excited to share with you, because I think these two little modifications to larger baits actually make them really good salty Ned Rigs, and they catch fish because I've been using them in the field catching fish. In fact, I'm going to insist on you watching this next piece of footage where you actually see a redfish swimming around my boat with one in its mouth while I get everything set up. Watch this.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm gonna get a little bit of UW on this one in slow-mo. I've been trying to get... Like always, I like to thank the guys that helped me with the supporting video, and that was my client Dale. He was out with a regular that's in these YouTube videos, which is Mr. Gene Kent. And we were fishing here on the Nature Coast, and Dale was able to sight fish that impressive redfish with a Ned Rig. Now, what could we possibly teach you, as I said before, that makes this stuff any better than what it is? Well, two guys that I have met through Flats Class came up with these two hacks that I was pretty impressed with. One is George Goodson. Now, he watches Monday Night Fishing right here in the studio every Monday night on Instagram Live. And his idea was to take a 3.5 inch jerk shrimps, the Bloody Mary Sunday. He sent me a pic of a fish that he caught with it. And he said that all he's doing is taking a pair of scissors. And what he likes to do is cut the 3.5 inch jerk shrimps down to about 2.5 inches, and he counts the segments off. So I'm gonna cut off what he told me, and the same bait you just saw that redfish caught on. And then just rig this thing so you can see how shrimpy or crabby it really looks. This is my crustacean look. Now I like it on a chartreuse jig head just so, like I've taught you before, that contrasting jig head allows me to make the cast to the fish, pull it up to the fish, and I can see it because this little Bloody Sunday color, really, Bloody Mary Sunday color, blends into the bottom. So now you have this crabby looking bait that stands on a little Ned Rig mushroom jig head, and it's only 2.5 inches long. I mean, that thing looks alive. You should see it in the water. It's amazing. And that little hack where you take a bait that's 3.5, 3 3/4 inches and cut it down so it's only 2.5 inches long, it's still compact, it's dense enough to throw it on casting gear or on spinning gear. Now, let's take a little look at this next clip that I'm gonna do with the 5-inch trout trick. You're gonna like this one because this one has a ton of action. If you think this one has action, that one blows it away. Watch. All right, the second little hack is you take a trout trick. This is the 5-inch pearl blue glimmer. I chose that color because what I'm trying to do with this particular Ned Rig hack is I want to make a small glass minnow that has a lot of action. So I'm going to cut the majority with these scissors of this bait down to about that size. These are really sharp. Then I'm going to take a 1/10 of an ounce. This is the mushrooms. This is the finesse shrooms. It's on a light wire hook. It's going to give this thing a ton of action. And this is going to make it so that I can fish this tail, you know, quick with a lot of motion. If you're the guy that wants to fish dock lights, if you're wanting to fish the swash channels on the beach for snook, dock lights for trout, all of that is possible with this bait. Now, it's simple, it's cool, it has a ton of action because of that thin tail. And it will stand straight up and down in a hole where you can bounce it through a hole, or you can just swim this bait. And that's what I do with it most of the time, emulating little sizzle fry, all kinds of glass minnows, working it through dock lights, working it on the beach, working it over grass flats where you have tons of glass minnows. It's a great trout, a great snook bait. And my buddy Dave Sobel is the one who turned me on to this little rig here. So between this rig and this little crabby looking rig, that's a great 1-2 punch for Ned Rig hacks. I promise you, you're gonna get a lot of action out of those. Now let's wrap this up. Before we wrap this up, I wanna end with that photo of Dale holding that chunky big redfish up, just so you have an appreciation of how big that fish was. So we'll put that up in the YouTube video. We'll put up the baits and everything in the description for these two little salty Ned hacks, the crustacean 1-2 and the little glass minnow look or the fry minnow look with the trout tricks. Two great tips that I got from you guys. That's right, you guys gave me this information. I put it in the field, used it, and it caught fish. That's what Flats Class is all about. It's about our community, the Flats Class Nation, teaching you how to catch more fish with technical tips. I've been doing this, guys, for 35 years, so I really enjoy it. If you like what you see here, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We want you to become fans of our YouTube channel, and I want to help you put more fish in the boat. All right, that's all I have for right now, but we'll be producing more YouTube videos in the near future that'll help you catch a lot more fish. Take it away, Dale. Look at that fish there. That was pretty doggone impressive.